okay there?
I feel scared.
DV. How dare it get. Oh shit. Oh no.
I feel scared.
DV. How dare it get. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Should be working. Should be working good well.
I get notification now.
Oh yeah. Did I just mute it? Yeah, I think I just muted it.
Yeah,
like, the site for me. I've muted Twitch.
very well.
Does it sound good?
I'm not listening to it.
Let me check. Let me double check. Did I just mute it? Yeah, I think I just muted it.
Yeah,
the site for me. I've muted Twitch.
very well.
Does it sound good? Okay. Yeah. We sound good.
We sound good enough.
Yeah.
Big good enough, partner.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Where's that a little bit more? Yeah.
Let's start with number 4.
Oh Christ.
In the event of dismemberment, would you rather lose your dominant arm or your dominant leg? Lose your dominant arm.
Yes.
Okay, now what if we switch
where's my like arm or leg getting cut off at? At like the base?
yeah, at the connection point to the torso. Or the, like, primary body. You lose the entire limb.
Do I want to keep on playing drums? That's the real question. It would probably still be leg.
You want to be able to write things. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be able to write things, and as well as like prosthetic legs, they're getting more advanced. You could probably be able to run if you got a good enough one. Well, with like an arm, yeah, you lose your ability to write. You lose your ability to point at people and call them cunts. Like.
Okay, now another part of this is, does this change if we switch to non-dominant?
No.
Still losing the leg.
I mean, like, I'd probably use my left arm for more things than I do my left leg. That's the thing.
This was way less in my head, because I imagined, for some reason, the scenario was that your leg or your arm got caught under a car after a horrible crash, and you had to, like, tear it off with your own strength.
Who's that?
So you had to...
Oh yeah, Corey here now.
Hello,
Corey.
Hola.
For
some reason that's the image anytime I think about people losing limbs, is having to tear their own arm off with their raw strength just to survive.
Do you know about that like one like Australian, like I think it was Australian, like a mountain climber, Baldinier, who like got his his arm stuck in like a boulder and he cut it off with like
and it's got a movie that's like 72 hours or something.
It's 72 hours?
No, that's what the movie's called, because he was there for 72 hours or some shit like that.
Yeah. Corey, what do you think? What Zach, you posed the question again. I probably can't word it well.
Okay, Corey.
Yeah?
In the event where you are forced to lose one of your limbs, are you losing your dominant arm or your dominant leg?
Probably my dominant arm because I can use my left arm pretty well. Like, kind of like, not ambidextrous, but pretty close.
Okay, and does this change when we choose the non-dominant side?
So if I would... Okay.
No, Cameron,
What do you
go on.
mean?
Okay.
Uh,
I hope this-
instead of your... No, go on.
Hmm?
No, you were saying something, go on, continue.
And I hope this continues to work, because as soon as I join, it said RTC disconnected.
Little L.
I don't know.
Yeah, but like... non-dominant means just like other side, because you do have a
Yes,
dominant leg.
No, so are you just flipping the proposal? I'm losing my left arm or left leg?
Yes.
I guess it'll be the same. Like, even better, because I'll keep my dominant hand. So I'll probably just still lose my left hand. I'd rather lose an arm than a leg.
Yeah, fair enough.
Interesting. Cameron, your thoughts on this situation where in the event of dismemberment, you have to lose one of your dominant arm or your dominant leg?
Dominant leg.
Oh, is he? Hey, leg.
He was contemplating.
He was thinking about it. Why is that, Cameron? Elaborate. This is your...
I'd rather punch people than kick them.
Violence. I like it.
Simple. It all comes down to violence in the end.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the best. What about the proposal flipped?
What, non-dominant or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
non-dominant.
Probably arm.
Why?
I mean, I don't use it for fucking anything.
You don't... your left arm just hanging by your side as you're doing...
Not
like,
even
illegal
scratching
stuff.
your ass.
Yeah, not even like...
Bro,
Change your mind?
dominance the ball scratcher, non-dominance the ass scratcher.
So you can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd still say non-dominant arm.
But
That one's bad, so I'm gonna choose another one.
Yeah.
I'll do number 1. Hello, original woman, whoever that is. I'm bad with names.
Soulless, but I don't know what sort of name... if she wants us to use a different alias or not, because I'm stupid and dumb and don't ask questions.
You are stupid, Callum.
I am very stupid. Thank you, Dad.
Alright, proposal number 1. How much money to get dicked down by a silverback gorilla?
How big's a silverback gorilla's penis?
I mean, it's still gonna be violent.
I mean... Average, silver,
I need to know how much terrage it'll cost.
back, gorilla, cock.
3 centimeters in length.
3 centimeters?
That's
That is
That
tiny!
is far less.
That is tiny!
You seen the
The
Eric Andre
average
skit?
chip or bonobo?
The Eric
Oh,
Andre
bonobos!
skit, which one?
Like where he pretends to get fucked by like a gorilla, and like everyone, it's someone in a gorilla costume, or like they're in a zoo exhibit, and like everyone's just like, look like it's a prank. It's real onlookers just thinking it's a real animal and a real person, and they just look horrified.
Bro, Eric Andre based.
Why are our penises so big? This is frustrating.
What?
We have the largest proportion, just the flat out largest penis of all 8s.
Wait, how much damage do you think the thrust would do to your like pelvic area?
Um,
Do you think it like shatter your hips?
okay, for reference, a silverback gorilla is roughly as proportionally strong as a chimpanzee. Chimpanzees sitting at about 50 kilograms can lift 250. So they are able to swing their arms with like 500 kilograms of force and
Yeah, that's their arms, but I'm talking about like their glutes and their.
I mean,
Yeah, but they
with
grab
a-
you by your waist and whoa.
Oh, so they're not. Wait, are they not?
I mean,
bursting? Are they
with
like
a
just
3 centimeter
swinging you
toss, they
up
probably
and
do a
down?
lot.
Whichever is the most violent and damaging.
Oh Christ.
Death by riding, I guess.
Yeah, so how much money, how much dollar dues to be known as the man who got digged down by a silver gorilla? Or
Enough to
woman.
pay for my hospital bills 2 times over.
Really? That's minuscule money to get digged over by a silverback gorilla.
I guess I don't know. Like, my concept of money is fucky, bro. I think $1,000 is quite a bit, comparably at least. Why, Zach? How much for you?
Callum is a horny virgin, that's why.
Yeah, bro. I want to feel the gorilla's thumb, like
I
feeling
would
my
genuinely need $1 billion that I could just buy assassins to kill anyone who brought that up. And also never work another day in my life.
I mean, like, if you go on and do interviews and stuff, you'd probably get a lot of money, assuming you survive the
But
event.
I don't want my legacy to be that. I want to erase that part.
Okay, yeah. I'd probably do it for like 2.5 mil.
Why 2.5 specifically?
I don't know. Sounds like a.
Did you Google how much the hospital bills would
Yeah,
cost?
hold on, let me look up
and
how
just
much.
double it?
No, we have free healthcare. We don't need that shit.
Let's say it's a broken pelvis. How much for a broken pelvis?
Okay, at least.
How much for
like,
surgery to
at
replace your
least
pelvis?
5 million. Because that's. I probably can't run as well as I used to anymore. Then what can you not
So it
do
wouldn't be
once you break your
fuck.
pelvis?
Cost of broken pelvis. 10,000 plus.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, wait, that's for dogs.
Not gonna
What?
just break
Okay.
it. It's gonna shatter your pelvis.
Your
You're never
pelvis
gonna
will
walk
get
again.
dust.
Yeah, but then you get titanium pelvis.
You'll be able to take any sort of dicking.
Maybe not an elephant.
What?
Maybe not a horse.
I forget how much was an elephant's dick size
Hitting
again.
such
I looked this
line
up.
down will hurt till it's recovered.
Shatter.
The fact you just
What?
looked this shit up.
Let me take a quick gander on the internet. I'm just trying to see what'll happen.
I think
if
it was
shatter my
something
pelvis.
like 10 inches wide and 1 foot long. Oh no, maybe hold on. I need to go into another incognito tab. Ella.
Yeah, I run the risk of having like my
Eh,
fucking my tubes, my balls fucking obliterated, broken pelvis.
Oh no. So yeah, I think it is diameter of 6 inches, length of 39 inches.
Sorry, repeat that for me.
An elephant's penis can reach a length of 39 inches and a diameter of 6 inches.
You'll be a kebab. Just
How big's a whale's penis? That's also a question.
that's the real question. Oh fuck. Yo, pelvis arthritis. What's wrong?
I think you need
The
your
blue
asshole
whale.
replaced.
The blue whale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
tell you
reading
about the
the
blue
chat
whale.
from
The blue
Solar.
whale has the largest penis, on average reaching 8 to 10 feet in length and 12 inches in girth.
You're dead.
I
They might drown you. They might drown you before they kill you with their penis.
drown you in their fucking whale cum.
Yeah. What was that thing where it was like a whale shit so hard that like it was just a cloud in the ocean.
The video divers go near a whale.
Yeah, yeah.
unleashes shitnado on them.
yeah.
I just remembered the fucking thing about ducks, how they have like a 20-foot fucking cock, and it's basically just
Isn't it also like a
like
corkscrew?
a silly string, basically.
Yeah.
I think
Who's
that was
this?
it, yeah.
Ducks.
But ducks. It's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
something like a 20-foot string, basically, and that's their cock. And it's made like that so they can rape the female ducks.
Yeah.
This is.
We just got 2 fucking messages on Twitch. It's like, want to become famous?
Want to become
Like-
famous? Yeah.
Like, literally one after the other.
Yeah.
Want to become famous?
Because
Get
we aren't
fucked
famous,
by
so-
a gorilla.
I would do it, yeah.
Yeah, no, the duck's penis is literally a corkscrew. And so
Well.
this is gone. Hold on,
Oh. Yeah, she didn't want to hear us talk about cock.
the pig penis is the one that is more stringy. Yeah. This is fun.
I'm gonna try and get
Away
Fucking
from your family?
Phoenix's attention because I accidentally gave her the wrong fucking time.
Corey, how much would you have to be paid to take the dicking of a fucking silverback?
I don't think any amount of money would cover the amount of like
The
psychological
devastation?
damage. Like you can't be compensated for that.
That is.
You know what? That's fair. Yeah.
That. Fuck. It's violent. Absolutely disgusting.
All right. Now let's look in. Do we have anything off the cuff,
Off the
or
cuff.
shall we look at ideas and suggestions?
We could
Zach?
talk about the shit that happened with us yesterday,
Yeah. The
like us getting kicked.
Yeah, Zach.
Oh.
Zach, Corey, or anyone listening, how much money or like what would you need to compensate for you to shove to like pour or shove, I don't know, Tabasco sauce down your urethra or the equivalent of?
Risk per million.
Corey, do you have an answer to that or no?
No comment.
Fair enough. Well, we have a friend. I'm gonna call him Jay.
Oh no!
No.
Is this a story time?
We weren't gonna make him, but he was making a lot of jokes about like, you know, sounding with like. Originally, it started off with like you could get one of these like straps that go into your like. These essentially penis chastity belts that put like a rod into your urethra, and then he started pulling up like pictures of like, was it like just condiments, just like sauce and stuff, and he was like, me when I'm about to sound with the sauce or some shit.
Hold on, I can go back through it.
Either way, it got to the point where
But like,
there was Tabasco sauce involved, and
yeah, he took like a mouthful of Tabasco sauce, and you said, "Pour chili sauce down your urethra to show how much of a Chad you are to those Stacy's."
yeah,
Stacy's.
yes, Stacey.
Jeez.
We had a bit of a conversation, and then he replied with some fucking photo of Mr. Incredible saying commencing level 18
Yeah. Anyway.
because we started addressing it as levels.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's the worst.
This is all in a group chat. This is in like our mass advanced group chat, and
Oh, so people can see that this isn't just
they
you
were part of
guys.
it, yeah, and
It's just like 6 people.
yeah,
Ah.
and one of these people's mothers went through the chat today.
Oh.
And we got a message like an hour ago, 2 hours, probably
Yeah.
even, yeah. She's just being like, guys, We need to stop this. My mum just read the entire group chat. She's seen everything. And that was the worst.
It wasn't even an hour ago. It's close
Yeah.
to it now, but it was at 7:15. Just thought y'all would want to know. My mum read this chat while I was at school. So...
And so, we come back to the question.
This feels like the Jesus porn incident again, except someone actually read it this time.
Yeah. And this all comes back to the question of how much to put Tabasco sauce down your urethra. Do you think Tabasco sauce would burn? Hold on.
Yes.
Fucking yes.
Yeah. What do you think it would do? Oh, minty. I love it. My urethra's minty, fresh after this Tabasco
Bro.
sauce and that. No.
My
My
nut
urethra
is
has taste
crisp.
buds.
I read a story. It was on like Reddit, like
My
those like
nut is recommended by
Post,
9
and it's
out of 10 dentists.
Yeah. Sorry, Corey.
someone putting it up their asshole, and like they were just like in tears for like an hour.
Oh, that's amazing.
Let's see if I can find this
Yeah, that's the funniest
story,
shit.
the post.
It's like the one man, one jar incident. I would you guys watch the one man, one jar video?
Is that the fucking video you
What is
talked about
one
for, like-
man, one
Is that-
jar?
Okay.
Is that
Oh,
the video
wait,
you've been talking
I
about
think
for
I-
2
no,
years
no.
where a guy stuck up a jar up his ass, forgot to fill it with water, and just pulled the pieces of glass out of his ass
Yeah, some Russian
Fucking-
dude made history
without
by-
breaking without
Yeah,
breaking,
because
like...
the jar, it's like a mason jar. It's like one of those like chrome
Yeah.
trophy jars, and it shattered in his asshole, and like so you don't see, you can see like up to his knees in the camera. You can see like the floor, his feet, and the knees, and he goes and stands over the jar originally, and that's like a real famous screenshot.
Oh no!
And he inserts the jar, and it shatters. I don't know if you can audibly hear it shattering. Justin Wang has an amazing video on like people trying to find out who it was, but it shatters, and the rest of like the video is just him like you can hear like ever so slight moans, but for the majority of it, it's just emotionless, and he's just like pulling shards of glass out of his asshole, and I think he's just dropping them on the floor.
That's the worst. That is categorically the worst.
Bro, I just want to see. I want to know where it is. I want to know where that video is.
I don't.
Zach, what if I forced, like, what if I Clockwork Orange forced you to watch the video?
I would activate my obese powers and have a heart attack.
We feed you too many fucking gourmet air fried chicken and you die.
As a resident council of the slightly obese people, I can heart attack on command.
That's your D&D character. Cameron,
I'm an adventurer. Hoi!
Cameron, would you watch One Man One Jar?
No.
Corey, would you?
Would I what?
Would you watch One Man One Jar?
I mean, the image is in my head, so I don't think it's any worse if I were to actually watch it.
There we go. We have someone who would gladly, well, probably not gladly, but would watch it with me, would be a comrade in this fucking horrendous event. Zach, did you have like 4 more scenarios that you thought of? Or
I do have 4 remaining. Some of them are funny. Okay. Pick a number between 2 and 6, and it can't be 4.
Corey, that's up to you.
Sorry, it keeps cutting out.
2 and 6. Pick a number, and it can't be 4.
Who?
Deep.
2.
A 2? Okay. Would you rather be immortal, but you continue aging, so you just become old and decrepit?
Just no
Or-
mortality.
No.
No.
Or be immortal,
No.
no matter what you do and what actions you take, you only make people's lives worse.
No. Do I have to pick one?
Yes.
Option 2.
I guess the one where I don't make people's lives horrible. Oh, but then I'm like aging until
Yeah,
like I'm.
you're like bound
so
to a
much-
pod.
And
You can become
probably-
like
you
the
probably-
fucking elephant's foot. That's what you're gonna look like
Yeah.
by the
I'm
end of
dust,
it.
but I'm still alive, and like,
You're genuine primordial sludge.
like I won't be able to move. Like my body would be like
Yeah.
it's actually
You'd
dead.
just be
I'm-
sitting
You
there.
live in an iron lung.
You'd be sitting there like an old Namekian.
Or you're a
Doesn't it-
genuine blight on human existence and any other existence you come into contact with.
Okay, is it immortal? Because like it's aging, so is it? Do you mean it as like I can't die? Like I'm
You can't die.
invulnerable to death.
You can take damage, you can be injured in both scenarios.
You can have your head cut
But
off,
you-
but it'll just
Okay,
grow
what was the
back.
second option again?
You're no matter what you do, you can only make people's lives worse.
Worse? Yeah, that's easy. It doesn't say how worse.
If you donate to a charity, it turns out that charity is actually run by a large pedophile ring.
Oh no, that's the worst.
If you do nothing, you're complacent in the mass atrocities going on in the world. If you speak about advocacy, it just gets worse.
Oh my god.
And the moment you help a child that fell down,
They will
they
become
get
the
hit
next
by a
Hitler.
car.
yeah, you picking them up was perfectly timed for them getting hit by a car.
Someone in like a 2012 Toyota just comes along and smears the child across the pavement.
If you support local farmers, that purchase
die.
gave them enough money. No, it has to be directly quoted. That one purchase started off a spree that gave them enough money, and now they have plantation workers who they're underpaying.
Oh!
That is the scenario.
Okay.
If I'm continuously aging, I'd assume that at some point, technology would be advanced enough to make me not fucking become primordial sludge. Like you said, I can take damage, so I could probably replace everything but my brain and my heart, including my spine. I'd become Raiden from fucking Metal Gear Solid Rising.
It all still deteriorates, but it functions.
Okay,
It's
how about
always
the
on the
brain?
bare minimum.
How much does the brain deteriorate in age until it's not
You
usable
remain
anymore?
fully conscious, but you lose control of large sections of your body deemed unimportant, like fingers, and the majority of senses.
So, but you could. Do you reckon technology would be able to rewire that to use for prosthetics? Probably not your senses, but the ability to move fingers and stuff.
The only thing you have control over is your eyes. It's the bare minimum. Your nervous system only extends to your spinal cord.
Okay. I'm assuming
It's
that you
nothing
can
else.
still eat, or are you just gonna be forever hungry? I mean, either, this entire thing.
If your
hinges-
esophagus closes up, there's still acid in there, but the walls on your stomach would deteriorate to the point where the acid would just keep on producing and leak through itself, so you're just spilling acid from your center.
The thing is, I would assume that after a certain.
You'll also still be starving.
Yeah, I'd still assume that technology could somehow assist me in being more comfortable.
I mean, you could be
and
hooked up
functional.
to an IV drip.
But don't you ever think technology will go past to the point where you'll have cybernetic limbs and shit?
Once again, it only connects to your spinal cord, and any damage to your spinal cord could just fuck you up forever.
Can I just be
But-
put in a jar, just you know, in the Futurama, like the head
The-
in the
the-
jar.
Oh, those head
Heads.
jars.
That's my brain.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still.
And you get
hinging
more and
on-
more wrinkles.
I'm still hinging on like becoming Raiden from fucking Metal Gear Solid.
You won't. I'm gonna say in this scenario, you're just gonna be a floating blob in space who can only see and hear and feel to certain degrees.
I mean, the thing is though, wouldn't I would be. I would still be floating in space if I were a blight on people. It's just then there's no one there to make their lives worthless.
No, it's infinity, so eventually you'll make contact and make those people's lives significantly worse.
Well, I feel like the mental damage of that would make me go like fucking insane. I would just become isolated from everyone and have my own self-loathing. Well, at least if I'm a mush, I could
Like,
have-
okay, but this is a scenario where you, like, farting causes a hurricane. Like, there's nothing you can do.
yeah. So
This
like,
is a genuine butterfly effect.
yeah. So like, if I live on but I slowly deteriorate, can I assume that my mind, like, my thoughts will still be fine, or will I eventually get dementia?
You'll remain at a conscious level in all states. Obviously, with the aging one to varying degrees, but in the second option, you still remain full mental. You keep all your mental capabilities perfect. You are like a perfect immortal. You don't age. You can't die. It's none of that. But once again, you cough, and that just so happened to have a mutation containing the most dangerous virus known to mankind. Not in that it kills people, no, it doesn't kill, that's the one thing it doesn't do. It just makes people so in such ungodly pain that they want to die.
The suicide disease.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, probably. So, wait, oh Christ. My memory will eventually fade if I do the first option, right?
First option, it will retain it to a degree.
Okay. I still want to know, would I, like, what do you mean by mental capacity? Like, memory to a degree, is it at a certain point it'll just, like,
You
I'll
can...
start forgetting things from, like, a long time ago, and my memory will only, like, advance along with me, or will I just not be able to remember shit, but I'll remember shit from, like, back when I was, like, a kid?
It'll be like dementia, where you can still have perfectly conscious thoughts and thought processes, but your memory is not great. You start forgetting things after long enough. All you know is the present and the pain that inflicts upon you. Also, your immune system would weaken to the degree where you're always sick to a ungodly level. Then again, your entire body is filled with other acid from your stomach because it burned through your stomach lining.
Like, both options are, like, inexplainable, like,
Just torment.
insufferable experiences, and it's just like they're equal in the same way because you can never end that suffering.
Yeah.
Like, if you deem like hurting others and your own suffering are equal, or like one's like there's no
Well,
end
yes,
to
except
that pain.
here's the thing: you're suffering because in infinity you'll always be causing infinite suffering because it's just going to go on forever. But the suffering caused by you being that old is, ungodly immense. Like, no one could understand your struggle. Because how could they? They don't have their stomach acid burning through all of their organs. And yet those organs continue to function even when they're burning.
It's hard because I would always choose to hurt myself over others, like in this scenario. but like, this is one of my biggest fears, like turning into a vegetable and then just not being able to communicate, but like being in so much pain. But this is like that, but like
Omega.
in the worst like form of it. It's evolved.
You just have to hope your DNA mutates enough where like something positive might happen.
Yeah. I'm,
Okay.
oh man. Probably still like number one.
Continue aging.
Yeah, probably.
I take this. I'd take the second one, not because that's better. No, because I just enjoy the suffering of others.
You're such an ass. What about you, Cameron?
Oh, I think I said like immediately second.
Really?
Based.
Yeah.
Damn, alright. Fair enough. Okay, Cameron, I guess you get to choose the next scenario.
Okay, we have two funny ones and then one, like actually, just scary one.
What was left? 3, 5, and 6?
Yeah, there's two funny, one not so funny.
Okay, 5.
5? You chose the unfunny.
Oh, fuck.
Is it possible for someone to be born without the ability to love whatsoever, just totally incapable of connecting with another person beyond surface level?
Probably.
Like not in the sense of like aromantic or ace, just you can only ever enjoy someone, never appreciate their existence. You don't love food, you don't love any, just baseline enjoyment, no appreciation.
Yeah. Someone probably can be born like that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Or if they aren't born like that, they could be an incident like when they're young where that kind of thing happens.
Because even in a lot of the cases you hear, they're still able to like, love things. Still able to be like, I have friends, or there's the capacity to. But the ability to build a connection, both like, it's just unable to in this. Can't love. There's no desire. They could watch someone die brutally in front of them, and it's like it would be the same as hearing about someone dying in another country.
I'm guessing they
on like a news article.
I'm guessing they wouldn't have the will to live. Or would they, Zach? Well, in this.
I don't know. There's something I think about. There's something that keeps me up at night.
Because for me, the way that you're phrasing it, sounds like that they virtually wouldn't. Would they have other emotions?
I mean, yeah, they could be happy. But they could enjoy something.
But they wouldn't love it.
Yeah, they could have a favorite food. And they could enjoy eating it, but they never love anyone else. There'll just be a total emotional disconnect at a certain level.
Okay, so it's specifically with people. They wouldn't be able to love people.
But I mean, with anything you can like not love as in like a lot or enjoy.
Do you mean
love as in having a connect, not just romantic in all forms, familial, friend, romantic, sexual, all of that.
Yeah, there probably could be someone born like that. But it would be extremely rare.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Yes.
Well, 50% of the population exists like that, and I'm just out of the loop. Do you think that's what this is, Callum?
Yeah, Zach.
Do you think that's my perspective? Am I the one who can love?
Yeah.
Am I the woman in the young adult apocalypse series?
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious.
And I have to choose between blonde guy who's friendly and emo guy who's also friendly, but he hides it and is kind of a dick to everyone else.
Yes. Corey, what do you think?
Sorry, I zoned out. I'm like working on like assessments. That's why I'm like,
Oh shit.
okay, what did you ask? It's not
That's
important.
fair.
Still like a week off. What did you ask?
Is it possible someone to just be just unable to love in any sense of the word?
Absolutely.
Like no familiar love, no love for your friends.
Did someone?
Can't love.
Absolutely.
I think someone just called for you, Zach.
They did not.
Okay.
Like it would
I
be
think it's me.
very rare, and you'd have to have like multiple like, probably like asexuality and like a personality disorder, like a. But yes, it would be possible.
I mean, they could still empathize with people. They could be like, I understand you're feeling this way, or I've been
No,
there before.
No, psychopaths can't empathize.
This isn't a psychopath. This is someone who's wholly different from that.
No, but like to meet that
I mean, psychopaths
would
can
have
still
to have-
love people.
some can. There's varying degrees to that diagnosis.
I mean, they can still they can still see people being sad and be like, I feel sad for them. Like they're still
Some can,
capable of
Okay.
sympathy and empathy, but this subject we are discussing just cannot truly connect with anyone. Not in the sense of, they feel like they're an outcast, just in any situation with anyone. It's just no love. Once again, can connect with people, can be like, you lost your dog. That sucks. I'm sad for you.
You can empathize with them. Oh,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
subject
But they, subject can empathize and sympathize, but just cannot love. And I just think like,
If they can empathize, I think they can love.
can. What's your take on that, Zach?
I was gonna say, if a person was like that, how would they interact with the world? I'd feel so sorry for them, but they'd be a wonderful case study, and I mean that in the most empathetic way for their situation.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like some of the most like
Ah, shit, I have to go.
that's you. Have a good one.
Yeah.
some of the most notorious like psychopathic so it's psychopathic or sociopathic, I do get them mixed up, serial killers, and they feel no empathy, no remorse, and have on record said that they have they just don't care for people, and that covers again empathy, remorse, and then also love.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. There's probably someone like that does exist, and I agree with you, that would be a very interesting case study, especially for something like society and culture, to see how they would interact with society, or how society interacts with them. Anyway, what are the two left?
I'll start with this one because it's a bit of a relief before we get into something else that's horrifying and on a completely different level.
Yeah.
Trolley problem, but
Oh,
you can also choose to have sex with whoever you want at the cost of all 5 of the people with it tied down on the trolley tracks.
yeah. I just want to have sex. I'd save those people.
I mean, it's still a trolley problem. You still have to choose.
Like, as in choose still between the people.
Yeah, you still have to be like the one person that you turn the track to, or the 5 people, or the 4 people you just let it happen to.
Mm. And is this just the baseline of it, or is this as well like, oh, the one person is a doctor and the 5 people are like criminals? Or...
No.
No?
No, it's just that you have your regular options, but you can also have sex with whoever you want. It can be literally your dream girlfriend. It can be your dream partner. They can have whatever trait you want. You could have a moment with them. But it just so happens that doing that causes the trolley to go off its rails and kill the 4 and the person on the other track.
Sitting here now, I'd probably say I wouldn't get my dream partner. But probably in the moment, I'd be like, damn, I need love.
You think they just have to take the L on this one?
Like, yeah, but the problem is then as well, those 5 or like however many people, their deaths would be hanging over my head, and I'd probably have to invest a lot of money into therapy if a therapist would be willing to treat me, or someone like that's not something that talking to you like your friends and family and significant other can fix. That's something where you need to go and have a mental evaluation.
Hey dog, what's wrong with me? What happened? So I chose sex over the lives of 5 people, or what?
I mean, wait. Is it just purely sex, or is it like you get a relationship with this person and like they stay with you?
I mean, if you perform well in bed, it might.
Fuck, I got no game homes. Shit.
How down bad do you have to be to like kill 5 people, or like put the lives of 5 people on the line?
Yeah, but the way that Zach phrased it the second time around sounded like it was like this person would stick with you through everything. This would be like your...
Once again, they can. They can share your trauma of somehow causing the death of 5 people.
You did this! You helped me do this!
That's not how you start a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
It's how you... It doesn't matter if it's healthy. If it's a relationship, it's a relationship.
Shit,
Okay,
Zach. That was a
there.
yikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there.
Oh, Christ.
Alright, we ready for the final one?
Yeah, we're ready.
Would you rather fuck Yandere Dev
No.
or kill a Tibetan monk in cold blood using your bare hands over the course of 2 hours as he pleads for mercy?
I would fuck Yandere Dev within an instant.
Okay, I really want to meet Yandere Dev, and if that means I have to fuck him, maybe I would have to sacrifice.
I'd have to do some damage. Fuck.
Look, I'm just saying, if that Tibetan monk knew my choices...
So even like the monk and Yandere Dev, like, so you're in like this room, and there are 2 separate rooms as well, and they've got like one-way glass on each of them, so you can see through them, but they can't see through you. And it's like one room, it's got Yandere Dev with like a bed, and the other one, it's got a Tibetan monk in like a chair
holding the calm chalice.
Yeah, and God comes down to you and is like, you need to choose.
Okay, but don't monks take an oath of peace, so there's like, he couldn't fight back?
Yeah, he's still gonna fight back, but he doesn't want to die.
Yeah, he's
Unless
gonna
he's
plead
like,
for life.
unless he's like the chillest monk for 2 hours.
Hey yo, just kill me, bro.
And also, if you're fine with killing a monk.
Yeah, like how selfless is this monk? Is this like the holiest of the holy that'll be like, yeah, I bet.
It's a lottery. You could get the most selfish and I say selfish, it's him valuing his life. It's not really selfish.
You have a Yandere Dev though.
if the monk had to look over and see Yandere Dev on her bed with a cum chalice, he'd say, "Kill me. Do it now."
And
Please.
it's not even because he wants to save you. He wants to like erase that from his memory.
He doesn't want to know that Yandere Dev existed.
Yeah. Oh my Christ. Fuck. Yeah, I'd probably fuck Yandere Dev because I don't think I'd want to kill a monk. Yeah.
I think that the thought of touching Yandere Dev sends shivers down my spine, so having to do it to him or him do it to me fills me with rage I've never known before, except when I see posts about polygamy.
Oh my Christ.
Yeah, I should expand on that. I
God.
despise polygamy with every fiber of my being, and I don't know why.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's just a prime evil rage.
I
I
thought
think
like in an earlier podcast we went over this because you were talking about Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans, and you were like, I fucking hate polygamy there, and we made like the polygamy fountain.
No, I have a disdain for it, and I have no idea why. And I try to reason it, but I just like, no, there is no reason. There's only anger.
Shit.
Like I'll be like reading like a Reddit post, and it's like this like really funny it's like those like r/ relationship advice, and you think, oh, it's gonna be a train wreck, and it brings up polygamy, and I just can't read it because knowing
Your
that
vision goes blurry, everything goes red.
fucking does. I can feel fucking veins on my forehead starting to fucking pulsate.
It's like an anime.
Yeah. I don't know the source of this, but I will continue it because this has to be divine in origin, this rage.
Shit,
it's really fascinating to me. Like I'm not. Like, I would choose monogamy over polygamy, but like I do think polygamy, like it is becoming more popular. It is on the rise. I think it's kind of like the future of like how relationships will work.
Oh, I hate the future. I'm gonna kill myself.
The abolishment of like just like both marriage and like just different like things. That like a long time in the future, we probably won't be around.
I'm gonna be angry if I am. If I
That's just
see.
following the pattern of like social study.
Yeah. I wouldn't choose polygamy.
How does it make you so angry?
I don't know.
Just rage. He watched Iron Blooded Orphans and he got really mad.
It was before that, but like I never liked it before, but that just set me off. And now like there was a time for like a week where so many of the like any time I scrolled down, eventually I'd hit like some pro polygamy fucking page, and I'd be like, you've done nothing to me, but fuck you.
I'm sorry, that's just really funny.
I feel like I'm a madman in a world of insane people.
No, you feel like you're the only sane one in a mad world.
Exactly, I'm the only one who sees the truth. I must enlighten the world by screaming at people who are polygamous. That has no effect on my life.
Oh my Christ. wait, Zach, if there was a census for polygamy, would you tick yes to legalize it or no to legalize it?
No. I could not. I'm not saying this as someone who's like that. People can't be polygamous because obviously they can be. But I could not. I don't think I could genuinely vote yes.
Interesting.
You're voting no for something you can't explain. Why you don't like it.
I mean, people can't explain why they like polygamy either. It just.
I mean, they can't. There's religious reasons. There's like bisexual.
Really, I'm against all religions. If somebody said I'm pro If it said, "Are you pro-religious polygamy only under the case of religious reasons?" I'd check no. There wouldn't be any hesitance for me. I hate religion already. It's mixing two things I hate already. Fuck that.
My Christ.
I don't like religion. There's only one thing I hate more than polygamy and religion, and that's antinatalism.
Oh yeah. Antinatal.
If there was a button to press that said "kill all antinatalists," I would press it without a second thought.
Go through the thought process.
I don't want them dead. Okay, I don't want them dead. I don't want to kill them. But we'd lose nothing, and I'd gain so much. You know what I'd gain?
What?
Never having to fucking listen to them again. The preachy fucking cunts. Their philosophy is garbage. It is based on the most fucking dog ass perspective on the world, and then they flaunt themselves like these fucking peacocks of fucking truth. Like, no. Like, if you don't want to have a kid, sure, but shut the fuck up. I don't want to know about how you don't have a kid. Shut the fuck up about all those wine nights you're having in your failing fucking marriage, you unloved cunt. Just shut your mouth. Who cares if they went to the fucking Wiggles reunion? You think they were fucking paying attention?
What? Wait.
These are these posts. I am a vile. I was a post talk about some guy who didn't want kids,
Yeah.
and his reasoning was imagine having to go to the Wiggles reunion, and a parent responded with obviously disagreeing, saying
Wiggles
raising kids is very fulfilling emotionally, and his response was, "Well, the Wiggles performance wasn't very good, was it?" And I'm like, no! You're completely ignoring the argument because you know you're wrong, you unloved cunt, waste of space, fucking kill yourself. If existence is such a crime, then why don't you fucking end your existence? Nobody wants it, not even you!
Holy shit. Oh fuck.
I exaggerated the polygamy part. I didn't exaggerate that. That was real anger.
He's like, okay. I need to clarify. Polygamy, they're fine existing. But antinatalists.
I just have an unknown anger for their existence, and I don't know why. I have a primeval hatred and a logical hatred for antinatalists. These are religion I hate on a logical level. Logically, from the perspective of who I am as a person, I dislike it. Polygamy, yeah, that's primal, that is emotional. That is Jesus taking the wheel and staring it into another fucking ship.
And then
But
antinatalists.
antinatalism is the perfect fusion of everything I hate. If I heard from a partner I was in a relationship with, and I heard they were antinatalist, it would take the strength, it would take all my mental strength not to grab a chair and beat them over the head.
It would take all of the government in the world to restrain you.
If someone in my school starts to talk about antinatalism in support of it, I'm going to fucking scream at them and call them every slur imaginable for whatever fucking group they're a part of.
That's... Wait, for context, for the people that would be watching this, what's your hate on religion based around? What's your logic behind it?
It imposes such nonsensical rules and encourages such hatred between people that obviously religion had its purpose in unifying people under one banner. However, at this point, it's been proven. At this point, it divides people far more than it unifies people, especially on a global scale, which just causes insane religious zealots to pop up.
And just be like, hey yo, this land mine now, and we can't do anything.
Yeah, who only cause fucking pain and suffering for everyone else. Even their own religious... Yeah, even the people who share the same religion as them. So it is a purely thing where I have nothing against the concept of religion, but in its current state, and the current state of the world, it no longer serves a purpose, and should be abolished. Of course, I'm not saying to go into people's homes and say, your god is fake, it's now illegal to be
It's just
Christian.
you're against the system.
Yes, and I hope that soon enough, it dies, isn't forgotten about, because history shouldn't be forgotten or destroyed. But it is acknowledged as,
Like,
you know,
it
not
wasn't
needed
great.
anymore.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm reading Heart of Darkness now for English extension, right? And the book's banned in multiple countries.
Is that the heart of an anti-natalist, Heart of Darkness?
No, it's the Heart of Black People from Africa.
Oh.
And like it was written in like 1890, and it does have a lot of racist tones and things. I think reception on the book was mixed because of the themes and stuff it goes into. I haven't looked super deep into it. I'm almost finished though. And I was talking to one of my pals about it on the bus, and he was like, I think texts and media like that should just be left behind and forgotten. And I was like, I don't know, man. It seems a bit important to history.
But with Heart of Darkness, like, I have perspective, but like, Joseph Conrad was one of the like most progressive in that time, especially with like writers, and especially in the peak of communist fiction.
Yeah,
You'll
like
probably get it till later in the course, but like his book spawned like more progressive thoughts, because like he still, even though there was racist undertones, that was the culture at the time.
yeah. I think that's also important to point out.
He's
I don't
still-
know. Yeah, I don't know
like-
a lot about Conrad as an author. This is news to me personally, but it can also be used as a good insight into what people were thinking and the minds of those that went over and colonized areas, and obviously put people down for things like their race and put them into slavery.
Absolutely, it's a historical resource.
Yeah. Which, it's like... Yeah, at least I think it's personally, I think Heart of Darkness is an interesting text. I don't know what you think of it, Corey, like from a personal, like, opinionated level. I think it's interesting. It does have a lot of slow moments, but the ideas and some of the themes, I guess, that brings up, I haven't researched it fully. I'm almost done. I'm not, like, fully through the entire book. I still have to read the notes from Conrad's journey, because a lot of these texts were based on his expeditions and things that he experienced. Granted, like, they were fantasized to an extent and made into fiction, but I haven't read like some of the notes or things surrounding the book itself. I just think it's a reasonably enjoyable read, and it does put you in the state of the colonizers at the time and be like, hey, I can understand what they're thinking, but it is just not correct, and it's not a good way to think. Yeah. Corey, what did you think of the book?
I quite enjoyed it. Like, yeah, it is slow in parts, and I got a bit tired of like the frame narrative. Like, it's fine, it's just like not my favorite type of storytelling.
Yeah. I can see that.
And like like the book it was an uncomfortable read. Because of like how like visceral like the like expressions were, and how they just outright like said some racist things.
Yeah.
But like after actually studying the context and like the author, it kind of like just paints a better picture of it's not just a historical text that was racist. It was also like quite progressive and like spawned
Yeah,
a lot of other things.
yeah. I think a lot of the graphic imagery in it of like obviously like slaves starving to death and people getting their noses literally skinned off their face, in a way, tries to show the horrors of colonialism and like how that shit just decimates people. Which, yeah, I think the gritty parts of the book and the gory parts are quite interesting, but also I could be just desensitized to it. So, who knows? Meanwhile, this Zach over here, this illiterate fuck, cannot perceive words.
Yeah, it gets me bored. Except when there's a lot of images with it, which is why I like manga so much. Which is why I actually just went through some of JJK to find my favorite panel of Toto.
Oh yeah?
Here it is, by the way. Yeah, I'm listening in podcast.
I gotta go out of this and expose some of our conversation. We are the exception.
I love it. I love Toto.
Would you like to go into that, Zach? We are going to be your narrative analysis. Today.
This is good to, after all that hateful speech, to talk about something I enjoy.
Corey, are you down for this? Considering you don't, do you know much about JJK?
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool.
Aoi Toto has the best character introduction in all of fiction.
Yeah.
He pulls up out of nowhere, rips his shirt off, asks someone who is his type, and when he doesn't like the answer he's given, he beats the shit out of them. That is a Chad entrance, and he never lets up. The next scene is in, he's being told he's gotta kill Yuji Itadori. What does he do? Kicks the door down, don't tell me what to do, bitch, your taste as women is trash. Chad, in the forest, asks Yuji, who was told to kill, what is your type of woman? And he likes the answer, so he builds a fake memory where he and Yuji were best friends, and begins crying and fighting to protect him because they have the same type of women. Chad!
That is actually fact.
Yuji goes to punch a special grade cursed spirit, and when he doesn't punch hard enough, he slaps him.
Yeah.
And then Yuji just does it. Chad!
My man tried to... Wait, Corey, do you care about spoilers about JJK?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm just zoning out. I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. Well, my man gets his hand cut off, and his entire ability is centered around clapping, and he stands up from being thrown against a wall. He's like, hey, yo, I can still use my power, and it makes everyone shit themselves. And when he claps his nub to his hand, and it doesn't work, he just lies back down and, like, goes to sleep.
Just says his curse technique works, uses it, doesn't work, falls unconscious, refuses to elaborate.
It's, like, the most Chad thing as well, because, like, he is so powerful that, like, people, like... They visibly were like, we're going to die, and it's because we can't feasibly stop this person. And Toto's just the best, like, actually. When do you think he's gonna come back?
Please soon.
Yeah.
I want him to bust in the current fight with Yuta.
Oh yeah.
And just...
Do you want him to, like, twist the pompadour dude's, like, his hair and rip it out?
I want him to grab like one of them by the face and just smack him into the ground, and that's how he makes his entrance.
What if he has a robotic hand and he grabs them and
No,
crushes their skull?
just I want him to beat people with his knob.
Yo, that'd be
I
gnarly.
want to see him black flash people with his knob.
That would be insane.
There is not a single scene of Toto not being a Chad.
That is just true.
Also, Boogie Woogie is such a cool ability.
Yeah.
Its name is stupid, and I love it. Its ability is simple but robust. You can tell why he's so terrifying.
Yeah. And like, even though it is simple, you can use it in complicated ways and show like really interesting visual like choreography.
Yeah,
So
and
bad.
fuck his battle against Mahito with Yuji was
I could,
big dick energy. Mahito punches him with a black flash, and he's still standing there. Giant fucking blood-soaked grin.
Yeah. Isn't one of your theories that like the fake memory that Toto made might actually just be one of Yuji's powers because it also happened with the cursed painting?
It, actually, fun fact, it was confirmed, that's not true.
Really?
Yeah, Gege confirmed that Yuji has never, and, I was gonna say will never, probably not will never, doesn't have, he was just born without cursed energy, control, like
Okay.
most people.
Yeah.
He has no cursed technique.
Hmm.
He has no innate technique, and he has no inherited technique.
Well, then what about the death painting thing? Is it just a matter of Yuji's the descendant
I
of the big
think,
evil?
now
demon?
hold on, I think Mr. Kenjaku made a big heavenly restriction, and it's like, hey, with whoever does the heavenly restrictions, because we still don't know, because it was confirmed that there is just an entity that exists within the world that just does that to people.
Just creates heavenly restrictions for the shits and gigs.
Yeah. Yeah, that was confirmed.
Mm. And what?
I think
Yeah.
Yuji's under heavenly restriction, and Kenjaku somehow manipulated that. So you could have that fake memory thing. So whenever Yuji is in an intense moment of crisis against an enemy,
Yeah.
fake memories will appear when a connection is built.
Mm.
Because each time he did it, there was some sort of connection. First with the connection between their taste in women,
Yeah.
and then Yuji's remorse at killing the two brothers,
Yeah.
which built a connection with Chozo, causing that memory to start. But that's a very weak theory, because I haven't... Yeah, Chozo's also a Chad.
Yeah. But it's a weak theory because
Yeah.
why?
I haven't thought too much into it, so I haven't been able to iron out all the possible kinks.
Mm. Yeah.
One theory I do think is rock solid is the convergence theory.
You want to run through that again?
Yuji is becoming more like Sukuna, and Sukuna is becoming more like Yuji, and it was confirmed that when Mahito touched Yuji's soul, he also touched Sukuna's soul.
Yeah.
So their souls are interlinked, and I think with each finger it's getting more and more that until the 20th, when they possibly become a new entity entirely, or just Sukuna or Yuji takes over, and that's when he
they fight
did.
Gojo.
I think this might just me being a big fan of Sukuna, but I think Gojo may get killed by Sukuna, because here's the thing, 20-finger Sukuna could possibly cut through the cursed technique that makes the Limitless.
Mm.
Also, he has at least 8 weapons, 2 of which being his main slice and
And dies and cleave.
cleave and dismantle.
Yeah.
Because it was confirmed. I think Medi did a thing
Oh yeah.
where
maybe
he
not
went
that.
over some of Gege's older works,
Mhm.
and in one of them he says the same character. The main character says the same like symbol that Sukuna did before he pulled out the fire arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said like that thing open, and he pulled out an inventory of weapons.
Shit.
So what I think it is that Sukuna has access to 8 weapons because the mythological figure of Sukuna has stories where he has a total of 8 arms.
Yeah.
So 8 weapons, 2 of which are a package deal, like Mega Beast technique. I'm just saying. And then the rest he can unlock as he grows more powerful. So we could be seeing more things like the fire arrow in the near future.
Oh yeah. If you can find that video, that might be an interesting watch. Oh, is it the No, that's the Vivid OP analysis. Yeah, if you can find that video again, that might be nice if it is real.
This might just me having a prophetic dream.
That's
That's happened a lot with me, where I just like experience a moment, and I'm like, I've experienced this exact moment. All these words these people are saying, like they are going beat for beat what it did in my. That I remember this.
I have that sometimes.
Like not the feeling of deja vu, but I knew what someone was gonna say next. They were talking about like exchanging things. And I was like, oh, I remember like thinking about this, and the response was this, and he said that response, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like deja vu plus. I've gotten a lot of those recently, and I don't like it. I feel like I might be in a time loop.
And
I'm not the main character.
Fruition. Oh shit, really? You're not the main character.
Yeah, I am not the main character of this time loop.
What if you're the one that God's fucking with?
If it's God just giving me prophecies to be like, you don't like religion, fuck you.
Yeah.
So I started getting these visions after I stopped doing Bible studies.
Oh wait, you guys had Bible studies?
Yes. Bible studies was mandatory from kindy to year 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, it's not called Bible studies, it's called something else.
Yeah. I used to have that in my school, but it was like we did that instead of sport, I want to say, or something like that. We had it like weekly on a Tuesday, and I was just like, damn.
Scripture, that's what it was.
Yeah, scripture. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, a man would just come in and he'd show us this video of, fucking what's her name? Aunt May. Nope, Aunt May is not the mother of Christ. The Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary, like, trekking through the desert, and they passed by the pyramids for some reason.
Yeah.
Then they gave birth to the child. We heard the story of, like, Easter and Christmas, like, 7 times.
Yeah.
And, you can do non-scripture. And they give you this book where they, like, just assume you believe in a god. It's like, what god do you believe in? And... This was during my Yu-Gi-Oh days.
Yeah.
So I did the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Oh my Christ.
and one of my friends did Obelisk the Tormentor.
Yeah, that's kind of sick. That's actually kind of sick.
And nobody wanted to do Cypher the Sky Dragon because we all thought it was lame.
Really?
No one did it.
Bro.
We had doubles of the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Bro, come on. Bro,
Yeah, bro. Fuck Cypher the Sky Dragon.
Nah. I wish I was at your school when that happened. I would have. Well, I'm not in your year, but I probably would have.
You would have done scripture because you needed your parents' permission, and I don't think your dad would have let you.
You'd be surprised. I think because I know that later on, I was like, oh yeah, I want to do non-scripture. There was like some other thing that we could do, and I did that for a term, and it was the most boring shit I've ever done.
Yes.
It was like problem.
But for me, I didn't have to do scripture, so I was fine with it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it, like for my scripture when I was at the school before I moved to yours, there was a teacher there that already was like super into Christ. So like just a ton of like kindy kids or a ton of like year ones or year twos would just pile up into one room and just sit around this woman with a whiteboard, and she'd be like, okay, let's talk about God and shit today. And I can guarantee you barely anyone understood what was happening. And then I taught my friend how to say grace, and that's about the most eventful thing that happened there.
That's the widest thing you've ever said. I taught my friend how to say grace.
Yeah, because this motherfucker was like, oh yeah, me and my family, we believe in Christ. We go to church every day. I'm like, oh, do you guys do grace? And he's like, fucking no, what's grace? I'm like, you're dumb.
Scripture in my primary school was actually the best subject, which was probably part of their like brainwashing. But like everyone was like, okay, we get lollies, we get to watch Veggie Tales, or like Prince of Egypt, and we just get to do coloring in.
The Prince of Egypt sessions for fucking scripture were the best.
Yo, that's actually kind of a banging movie. I won't lie.
When they rolled out the TV on wheels.
Yo, that CRT, let's go.
Yeah, when it gets to.
Bro, they're still using technology from the 90s.
That's amazing.
Bro, when they hit the brother song.
Oh my god, that movie is so underrated.
Yeah. Nah, bro, deliver us to the promised land. That shit was fire.
Yeah, now when they hear I send the locusts on the wind.
Hey, you know me and the homies just bounce into that shit.
Bounce into the 7 plagues.
You're like rolling through like just like the inner city with your windows down, blasting that shit, and you're just like hitting the roof of your car, and people are staring as you're just like rocking back and forth at the lights.
Especially with lyrics like all this pain and devastation, how it tortures me inside.
And you, the boys, are just looking happy as ever, or like just you and your troop. That'd be fucking amazing. But yeah.
Every time I see Infernape, I think of the AMV. I need to find it at some point.
I don't know what AMV you're talking about, but once you find it, send it over. You can watch it.
When I was a young boy, first accessing the internet through my parents' computer,
Yeah.
I watched many a Pokemon and many a Linkin Park.
As you.
And eventually, in my little lot recommended, I saw an Infernape, a Chimchar AMV, and I watched it.
Yeah.
And it was very edgy. And then I watched it again. And I watched that every day for like a month straight.
That's amazing.
Then I stopped watching it and I've never seen it since.
Holy shit.
I want to find it. But anytime I look up Infernape AMV, I just can't find it.
It's gone to the wind. YouTube purged it.
Yeah, because you can't look up Pokemon AMV. Because there's just too many. And it wasn't, and none of the tags had Infernape like in it.
Yeah.
So what I used to look up was Pokemon AMV, and then I put in the song.
Yeah.
But I forgot what the song was.
Would it have been something like
No, it wasn't Linkin Park or Evanescence. There was a different Evanescence a Pokemon AMV I used to watch.
What about the Bionicles one? The Bionicles and the dinosaur AMVs.
I walk a lonely road onto fucking Dinosaur Revolution.
Holy shit. Yeah. That shit's fucking amazing, honestly.
Yeah, but the one I do remember is, I think it's Bring Me to Life. You know that song by Evanescence?
Yeah.
That to the one episode of Pokemon where Ash gets possessed by an evil Pokeball,
Fucking
and he
Christ.
tries to battle this gym leader who has the 3 Reggies for some reason.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen that episode before.
It was before our time.
Oh shit.
There was also another AMV where it was that time Pikachu touched the blue orb, and
And he turned 3D.
no, he touched the blue orb and then like simultaneously controlled Groudon as he went like mad with like power.
Holy shit.
So it was just like a primal Pikachu who who got red beady eyes and then got like a grin on his face, like an evil grin, except he still has those tiny Pikachu eyes.
That's amazing. Oh fuck. Do I? Oh yeah, Pokemon. What are you guys' thoughts on the new starters?
I like the red one.
Hmm. Anything else? What about the Gestapo Donald Duck?
I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
I don't care for the duck.
What about the cat?
And that cat will turn into Rule 34 bait.
So, people are already putting it over like Neko Arc and Mona, which I fucking hate.
Yes, but
But I love it.
think about the current design conventions of like Gen 6 and 7 especially.
Yeah.
The cool one, the strong one, the sexy one for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. I think I might pick the cat. I think, granted, we'll need to see the next
Ew.
evolutions. But I just think the fire boy, he looks really goofy. It's like they got an ape and they got like.
Yeah,
a
that's
toad out
what's
and
great
squished
about him.
Nah.
He's a goofy little guy.
He a goofy little guy. I might choose him on like a second playthrough or something. But I'm more enticed by the cat.
Sprigato.
Yes, Brigato. Is that its name? Or are you making me say
Yes.
words?
It is Sprigato.
What are the other two's names? Donald Duck and
Fue. The fire is Fuecono or Fuecoco.
Fuecoco. That sounds Spanish.
Yeah, exact. I mean, it could be Italian as well. You know, both derived from Latin.
Yeah, that's true. Fuecoco and the final one?
I don't remember because I don't care.
Because Duck.
It was Quaxley. I keep getting
Quaxley.
videos on people shitting on their designs.
I saw a
Recommend
video of
it.
like some dude being like, the duck looks so cute, I want to pet it, I want it, and then there's like a video underneath it where it's like some dude just like shooting the duck.
Fair.
Yep. What are your thoughts?
I'm
Corey?
saying.
I-
Silence is deafening, I suppose.
So Zach, what'd you say?
One thing I've noticed is that there's never been a generation where all the starters were just good, except for Gen 4.
I gotta remember what Gen 4 is because I'm not a super massive. Oh, the.
Gen 4, Gen 3, kinda.
Mm.
Yeah, Gen 3, we'll say. Gen 4 and Gen 3 had the best starter designs.
I could probably agree with that. Hold on, Gen 4, because I know the Gen 4 start. Yeah, and then Gen 3. I should know this, but I'm just. I haven't committed Pokemon to memory. I used to know kids that would like know the entire Pokedex. And I'm like, you fucking dumbasses.
I could go through a bit of it.
Yeah. I could agree with you. I think all of the designs are extremely solid.
Yeah, 2 had Chikorita and Meganium.
Yeah.
5 had the Tepig line and the later parts of Sniper's evolution. Gen 6 had, everything that wasn't Froakie.
Wait, what about Oshawott? Wait, are you saying?
Yeah, Oshawott's in Gen 5.
Yeah, okay.
I have a problem with everything else in Gen 5 except for Oshawott and Duat. I don't like Samurott all that much.
I like Samurott. I think Samurott's cool.
Gen
you don't
7...
Like designs either?
I don't like the evolutions.
I think Tepig's one is fine. I used to really like
It's
Tepig.
it's the worst.
Yeah, and then I saw the others,
so
and
terrible.
I was like, oh, I like Sniper's design because I saw someone play.
I also hated Pig Knight's voice in the anime because he went, Pig Knight!
Becomes a femboy in the middle of it. Actually, here's something. Do you think femboy is a slur?
It is... Like, do they think tomboy is a slur or tomgirl? It's just an effeminate man. Yes, it's used deridingly. But if someone's an actual femboy, I don't think they give a shit about what... I don't think they really give too much of a shit. Probably, I don't know. I'm not a femboy. I promise.
No, it's derogatory. Derogatory in the sense that trans women find it derogatory, as it's like used against them to call them men dressing up as women.
Well, that just simply... That's just rude.
And like...
That's...
I hear, like...
Corey, did your internet drop out, or is it just silence?
I think internet may have died, or mic problems.
Yeah.
I generally thought it was just like, I thought it was like only used against like guys. I don't know that people fucking saying that to people.
I just realized Solus was typing in the Discord, but I don't get notifications while I'm streaming. Fuck. Corey, are you back?
Maybe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yep.
hear you.
Okay, so did you hear anything on what I was saying on this topic?
Like
Barely.
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. So it has become, it's not a derogatory term, like for the debate, it's not a derogatory term for what we understand femboys to be. It's how it's used against trans women to call them men dressing up as women and put them in the same category as, like, I'll keep using femboy for just like
Simplicity?
understanding. Yeah, putting them in the same category, and it's also just like a porn category which trans women are put into. So like they understand it as a slur. The femboy, like new
Age of femboys.
new category don't. It's kind of just the name. Yeah, it's the name of their group. So there's kind of like this like the fighting ideologies, which is kind of come from like older like systems of like and trans groups, and then like the new age like femboys and like different like non-binary genders, and not that they didn't exist before, but like
It's become more
how they're
known.
labeled now. Yeah. So with femboy and also the word queer, which they're kind of linked in this same or similar debate, like whether they're derogatory or not.
Yeah.
For older generations, they are. For new like Gen Z, Gen X, they aren't. So it's like, because they're in circulation as terminology. So it's like, do we stop it, or do we just kind of like reinvent
the
the
term.
meaning? So those are the two. Yeah.
I'm not very knowledgeable on the subject. I just thought I'd bring it up because I know someone who considers it a slur. And so it was just like something where it was just something of interest. Because at least at the moment, I don't really have a stance on it. And it is in an odd situation where it's like half and half. There's a schism on like, here are the reasons why and here are the reasons it isn't. Yeah.
So I think because like even outside of a category, it is like a meme. Like just like femboy being like it's very like internet, chronically online as you will.
Yeah.
How it's being used. So it's like there's so many debates and different like things you can nitpick, and it brings on to different discussions. But like just from my like to just come to a concise like yes or no, I would say I don't find it a derogatory term, depending on the context. Being used to describe describing a trans woman, that is derogatory. Describing a man cross-dressing, not. And from what I've seen, I've only heard the debate, but besides that, I haven't seen any use of it in a derogatory sense.
Okay.
So I understand it as just a new category.
I lean more to that side because it's probably just purely based out of ignorance on my part. But I've never seen or heard it used in a derogatory way. I only know this through talking to this person in one of my classes, where I shouted out femboy, and they were like, "Hey, no, this isn't. I don't think that's cool." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, fair enough." And in a way, it has transcended what would have been its original meaning. Yeah. So it's like, it's weird. It's weird, and hopefully, we'll see a more Do you think there'll be a more concrete, like, sort of answer in the future, or do you think it'll stay as a debate for far longer into the future?
I think it may stay as a debate because, like, the similar one is queer a derogatory term. I've heard that one for years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm still unsure. Like, how I go about it is, like, I would never, like, well, femboy's a bit differently because, like, it is kind of memey in that way. So, like, I do, like, use it, like, I say it more freely. But with queer, I understand that some people do have, like, bad connotations to that word, trauma, or just, like, they don't want to hear it. So, like, I would never describe someone else use that word.
I mean, even now in the public consciousness, queer, at least from what I've seen and from like the circles I'm a part of, it isn't really used at all or that much. If anything, it's used as a joke between LGBT people, as like a meme essentially. So yeah, I don't. Yet again, I kind of don't really have an input on it, and I'm not super invested in sort of the LGBT community at least at the moment. So yeah, I don't know. And yeah, you're probably right, Corey. It depends more on the context, and as well, like, you wouldn't go around saying it because of how it's more like it doesn't have like a memey sort of use on the internet, or it's not necessarily spoken as freely on other platforms. So yeah.
But with femboy, like, I use my friend Stick as an example. We call him a femboy. Like, he doesn't cross-dress, but like he is that, like,
it's funny to call someone a femboy.
Funny.
It's a little shit in gig. Yeah.
So there's like 3 categories. It's like the meme, the cross-dressing, and then like the actual derogatory.
The meme.
But like the derogatory is like very the me.
Yeah. The derogatory.
So that's how.
Sorry, yeah. You go.
So I separated that because like that's like how I would the different ways I look at it depending on who I'm talking to or what the context of the discussion is. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Zach, what are your thoughts, or do you just have none? You're just absorbing the conversation.
My only exposure to femboy in terms of large use is people who have catboy avatars calling themselves femboys and their Twitch chats calling them femboys. And then when people make fun of them in a chat, a game for doing bad, say, "Oh, stop being mean to your little femboy BF." So I didn't know that a debate was happening.
Yeah.
No, it's very new and it's very just like Gen. It's kind of more Gen X at this point. Gen X against older generations and different like experiences with the word.
Yeah. It's interesting. Fun. Do we have anything else, or should we leave it there?
I really wanted to hear the story about your teacher getting an NFT.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's
I
end
was
it off
really
with that.
excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Thank you, Corey. I forgot about that completely.
Let me just
Oh, he's getting into position.
crack my
He's getting into
knuckles.
stance.
Yeah. So it's a regular whenever day it was. Let me check. I'm checking the dates. I'm pulling out the receipts. Skirt.
Just for the tweet.
Okay, fucking whatever. So I walk into my math class. I sit down at my seat. I set my bag down. I pull out my math book, my pencil case, my ruler. I look up at Sir, and I see a class discussion has started. By class discussion, I mean two of the sporty kids are talking to Sir about how he should invest in cryptocurrency. In a meme way of it, they aren't crypto bros. They're making fun of crypto bros
Okay.
because they're based. They're certified based.
Certified base.
They ask Sir if he owns any NFTs, and my teacher goes, "Oh yeah, I do actually have one NFT." And the fucking classroom loses it. Everybody wants to know more, and all the attention shifts onto him. And everyone says, like, "What NFT did you buy? Did you get the monkey?" And he reveals that because for some reason he was on the mailing list of some random Australian celebrity,
Yeah.
they sent him an NFT of that celebrity.
That's amazing.
And he just has it. And he asks
That's
the two
sad.
boys. He just asks the two boys, "What does an NFT even do?" And they say, "Oh, you can sell it." And he's like for how much? There's got to be like thousands of these things. No, it's a non-fungible token, so it's one of a kind. Doesn't seem like that. You can make 100 of these. Doesn't matter. It's not one of a kind. And it ended there.
That's it. It's done.
I mean, yeah, he didn't buy it. He was just given it. It was sent from the heavens.
How much do you think it's worth?
For a random nothing.
I mean, like, it's an Australian celebrity, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. Australian celebrity.
That's true.
And that's like a jumbo shrimp. It's an oxymoron.
It don't make sense. Alright, fair enough. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll leave it off there. Me and Zach play League sometimes, so if somehow you're watching this, we do that sometimes, and I have Metal Gear Rising.
I am Volabear.
Yeah, he's a bear. yeah, it's fun times, and sometimes our friends come and hang out, and sometimes we're just waiting for a Pokemon Direct that never existed in the first place.
I said tomorrow at 1 a.m. I thought you'd figure that meant the day after at 1 a.m. I don't know what you want from me.
Whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching. This was all for shits and gigs. Bye bye.
No, I do this for clout. Fuck you.